Alright, it's the 17th of the month of May 2025. You're most welcome for the NILECAST news bulletin. But first, allow us to apologize for the inconvenience caused with our normal programming today. All that is to give you a healthy living. But now you're most welcome for the NILECAST news bulletin. But before we get to give you the details of the story, a look into the headlines is a must. My name is Farish Majid.
Coming up in the news tonight, 407-foot pilgrims from Nebi, Madi and West Nile Diocese have been flagged off on Namugongo. Government to resume operation against Namka Dararo. And relief as West Nile refugee districts unveil Uri project. For this and more, in the NILECAST news bulletin.
Alright, welcome back once again. My name is Farish Majid, and now to look at what's happening into the news in details. As the days to June 3rd, which is the official date annually to remember the Uganda martyrs who were killed on orders of Kabaka Mwanga II in 1920, a team from West Nile sub-region have set off Namugongo to join the rest of the country in honoring the 22 Catholics, and a team of over 400 individuals is trekking while accompanied by security, as our own Alfred Jawok is with them. Take a look at the story.
The 427-foot pilgrims from Nebi, Madi and West Nile Diocese, who are trekking for more than 558-kilometer long journey of faith to Anglican Martyrs Shrine in Namugongo, have been flagged off their journey. The Christians from different Anglican parishes, both in Nebi, Madi and West Nile Diocese respectively, have been flagged off from St. Peter's Cathedral Goli to Namugongo this morning by Right Reverend Ponce Zola Winjo, the Bishop of Nebi Anglican Diocese. While flagging off the foot pilgrims, Right Reverend Ponce Zola urged the pilgrims to emulate the life of Uganda martyrs to strengthen their faith. Ozele appealed to the pilgrims to follow traffic flows while on the highway.
Ento team in my binu, in my miri, in my beshiwotu, ibechiketu, kakpawa manyen, ide diocese mwaeni. In my miri, in my beshiwotu, dumundo wachu eni wabe chido kashaku history manyen, ota manyen ikwo Nebi diocese. Wilembe, kiremaishi bina Mugongo, wilembe, mautie madube chiti yukodo, utie wilembe ma diocese ubeti yukodo, wilembe ma province mwami Uganda zobeti yukodo. Mae wacha ni ango, wakwan kot Mungu.
Speaking to our reporter, Reverend Francis Oirot, Parish Priest, Zombo Town Parish Church of Uganda, who doubles as the head of the pilgrims, revealed that they are ready for the journey, and on day one they will make stop over in Pakwach Town Parish, where the pilgrims will spend a night for the next journey on 18th May 2025.
To reach Namugongo safely, and as the team, I advise my people to remain focused on their journey and leave everything behind them, because this journey is a journey of faith. We need to have our faith fully in the Lord.
Eric Mungujabero, a member of St. Luke Church of Uganda, Nyachara, in Nebi Anglican Diocese, reveals that disability is not inability, as this is his second time to trek for the long journey.
But this year again I decided to move to Namugongo, but as you have asked, what make me to go again, and what inspired me most, because last year when I went there was a lot of improvement in my life.
Honorable Grace Kuchun Freedom Presidential Advisor says her security is concerned. She advised the pilgrims to observe guidelines and road safety provided by the security team. Kuyuchwin assured the pilgrims that their security is guaranteed, as police from each district will escort the pilgrims to their boundary of operations.
And so government has put funds every year they help the Christians to commemorate this day. It's also a big event which attracts other countries to come, and in that we also expose our potentials, our good gift that God has given this nation. But particularly for this diocese, we want to pray that God will bless this diocese in a special way. And this is a sacrifice. I could not do much. I could only raise 1 million shillings for supporting them, for water, for some food, just like all other Christians have also contributed. So I want to thank God. I want to bless this diocese.
Susan Namia, a pilgrim from Arua Diocese, recalled how vital the Namugongo pilgrimage is to all Christians. She is optimistic that her prayers will be answered.
Okay. Call me Mama Namia Susan from Arua Diocese. I am from Pentecostal, NILECAST Elim Pentecostal Church. I joined the diocese because I feel the pain of those ones who died, and I feel Jesus suffered much, and I have to suffer with them, or like them also.
Meanwhile, every 3rd June annually, those who believe and have faith in Jesus Christ under Catholic religion coverage converge at Namugongo Catholic Shrine and Anglican shrines respectively to celebrate the life of Uganda martyrs who were murdered for their faith. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Welcome back, and to continue with the news bulletin. As the country struggles with environmental degradation, government of Uganda is set to re-embark on reinforcement of the Executive Order No. 3 in Northern Uganda that seeks to protect the environment. And during a recent meeting with the leaders of the region, State Minister for Northern Uganda, Dr. Kenneth Omona, called for support of the leaders as the government is set to re-embark on a journey to implement the order in the region. Take a look at the story.
The leaders of West Nile sub-region have raised concern and a number of challenges that are affecting the implementation of the Executive Order No. 3 that was issued by the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni 2023, to protect the environment in Northern Uganda. During a regional assessment meeting on compliance and planning for the implementation of the Executive Order No. 3, hosted by Arua District recently, Honorable Drabe Ismail Adris, the Local Council 5 chairman of Madiokolo District, acknowledged of the presence of indisciplined cattle keepers in his district of Madiokolo.
I have 52 balalos that have been reported to me by the veterinary department. But of these 52, only 6 have met the requirement for grazing there. The rest, 46, they have either fenced their lands halfway or have not fenced totally. And the coming of the minister seemed to be okay, because we have been waiting for this.
Honorable Biga Mario Kania, the State Minister for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, calls for sensitization of the masses to uphold the value of land in their area, since some have opted to sell their land for petty gains.
The Balalu per se have not come and settled by force. This is one thing everybody should know in West Nile. So when you blame the Balalu alone, you're missing the point. The point is there are people for short-term gain, including selling their land. They want to come and accommodate these people, not knowing that they are giving away land which their fathers and forefathers and so forth had bestowed upon them. They will not have an opportunity to get this land very easily. So the first thing is to sensitize people about holding their land in perpetuity.
Meanwhile, Godwin Angalia, the resident district commissioner for Terego, says that his district has fully observed and respected the order through engaging with communities.
So for the case of Terego, charcoal burning is in small scale. We don't have mass charcoal burning. But of course, as a serious leader, I began by organizing the sub-county security meetings, whereby the sub-county leaders meet the district secretary leaders to create a way how we should move with the implementation of executive orders.
At a time where implementation of the orders gone down, State Minister for Northern Uganda, Kenneth Omona, who presided over the meeting, however, assured the leaders that the government will soon resume operations against the non-compliant cattle keepers in the region.
And I'm informing you, leaders, that very soon we are going to be expelling those the president said are supposed to be expelled from this region, and they go back to where they come from. You are the leaders I told you. So this operation is going to supervised, overseen by my office, which is the office of the Minister of Program Uganda, which is me. But the operation will be conducted by the men and officers in the security.
Omona also noted that this will only apply to cattle keepers who do not respect the guidelines put in place for them to live in harmony with the people of the region.
Those who have bought land legally and complied with all the guidelines given, and there are no quarrels about the land, and they have no problem with the communities. There's no problem. There's no any problem with them. But whoever has land which is disputed by families, by communities, however much you have fenced the land, however much you have provided water or complied with all these conditions, land which is disputed and demanded by communities, by families, have to be sorted. Once there's a dispute, we are going to listen to that.
The Executive Order Number 3 seeks to address a number of areas, for instance, cattle rustling, environment degradation, and disruptive activities of the nomads, also known as the Balalo in the northern part of this country. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILECAST.
All right, welcome back, and to continue with the news bulletin. To improve on efficiency in West Nile during service delivery, stakeholders in Adjumani district have been trained by Food for the Hungry on the 14th of May 25 in Adjumani district to skill them during emergency response, and this comes at a time where response disasters have been a challenge. Onjima Alan with more on the story.
Over 100 of stakeholders in Adjumani district through Food for the Hungry have gone for one-day training on disaster rescue raise at Adjumani district headquarters on the 14th of May 2025. This comes after the people of Adjumani district face challenges over destruction of properties. Addressing the stakeholders of Adjumani district, Honorable Anyama Ben, the LC5 Adjumani district, calls the partners to emulate what Food for the Hungry does.
As we continue pursuing the government to come up with clear laws, we shall be in position to address it. The other issue is resource mobilization. I want to ask my daughter here, Sandia. Last time, you remember, I talked to you as fathers, and I'm happy that after I've spoken to you, they will increase your funding, and I'm sure they will continue to give you more funding. So, at our various levels, we must continue mobilizing resources, because all this can happen when we don't have resources. We cannot address this. And on the same note, I want to give thanks to NWF for RDC. This is an organization, whatever disaster happens. For example, recently, because of stupid ideology, some people went and burned houses in a Fua. I remember going with the NCT of Fua and acting subcounty chief of where can you stand that? Yes, I went with him. Yeah, this one. This is the acting.
And he further asked the government to have budgets for disasters since Adjumani district faces challenges of disasters every year.
A disaster happens every day. Disaster happens every day. But out of all what the government has done, I think what I want to see, this is not considered by any government well. And when you go back to the NLCAST program from the bush, disaster issues are there. So I want to request you and I and the entire government to forward this issue to the central government so that, number one, disaster must have a budget, annual budget like any other activities like health, like education, because there is disaster in health, there is political disaster, there is security disaster, there is natural resource disaster. So disaster is kind of across. It is like nutrition. And the first people up to now, if I ask you one by one, you may think nutrition is only health, and that is missing. Because nutrition is environmental, nutrition is infrastructure, nutrition is political, nutrition is social. So it is the same as disaster.
Food for the Hungry organization will continue facilitating when there will be needs of training in the district of Adjumani. Kashundwet Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television NILECAST.
Right, welcome back. And as the world suffers from the heavy donor fund cuts, there is joy and hope for 6 West Nile districts. The URI project is unveiled to support them during the trial days. The URI project will be implemented with support from the government of Denmark and is going to be implemented by a consortium of organizations. Take a look at the story.
West Nile sub-region refugee hosting leaders have expressed hope and relief upon the receiving of the Uganda Refugee Resilience Initiative project that targets to support refugee response interventions in areas of helping them to build sustainable livelihoods as well as improving on food security. The URI project targets 28,125 farmers and 1,125 farmer groups from the region who will be skilled and supported in building a resilient environment. This comes at a time where the country, which houses about 1.8 million refugees, majority of whom are settled in the West Nile sub-region, is grappling with scarcity of resources amidst the dwindling and heavy donor funding cuts. During the official launch of the project worth $11,327,701 with funding from the Royal Danish Embassy in Kampala on 13th of May 2005 in Ibe District, Eranya Dominic Erwaga, West Nile Refugee Area Manager with Danish Refugee Council, observes that the project comes as a supplement to NURI at a time of crisis.
Uganda offers not only safety but dignity, integration and opportunities for our refugees. But of course, this generosity comes with an immense responsibility of growing pressure on natural resources, livelihoods, and social services. Today, URI program, supported by the Embassy of Denmark in Uganda, responds directly to these challenges. It builds on the successes and lessons from the Northern Uganda Resilience Initiative, NURI, and reflects months of cooperation and consultation with stakeholders across national and sub-national levels. URI is not just another project, it is a vision.
Meanwhile, Ismail Drabi Adirisi, the Local Council 5 chairman of Madokolo District, on behalf of the leaders of the areas where this project will be implemented, appreciated the intervention and also pledged to support towards the project.
The refugee response as of now is moving in the direction of handing over the persons of concern to us, the local government. So when we have donors who give us development programs, we are always grateful to them, and we shall cherish the works, we shall cherish the items that they have brought for us in this phase of URI.
Relatedly, Nema Grace Kamis, the RWC3 chairperson of Zone 2 in Bidibidi Refugee Settlement, welcomes the project with joy and is optimistic that this is going to support them in a number of areas.
For us, we are ready to work with the URI program or projects that are coming, and we just said, if possible, land has to be given to the community. And right now has the issue of the recategorization that has also come in place. It has affected most of the refugees. Even right now, they were complaining about the land issues. It remains still a challenge where they're supposed to do some other farming and also plant these trees and maintain them. but as leaders, we will be able to encourage our community together with the landlords so that the land that they have given us to use, and then we will be able to implement this tree planting. And as it has been launched officially, for us, we are ready to work in partnership as the refugees leaders and as a woman representative from the settlement.
Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner of Moyo district, lauded the government of Denmark for supporting the refugees and people of West Nile sub-region.
I want to thank the people of Denmark for sharing part of their taxes with the people of West Nile. We want to sincerely appreciate this effort that you have extended part of your taxpayers' money to support very important programs that benefit the refugees and the host communities in this part of the nation. Thank you so much.
The Uri project in West Nile sub-region will be implemented in the 6 districts of Madiokolo, Moyo, Yumbe, Koboko, Obongi and Terego districts, and this will be supported by partners, for instance Palm Corps, Seford, DC and Picot. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILECAST.
And dear viewer, the story marks the end of our today's NILECAST news bulletin. My name is Farish Majid and have a blessed weekend.